She was stalked, harassed, terrorized, almost abducted.
I was terrorized. I was literally terrorized. I think I had my first ever panic attack. I had a spasm in my back from everything that I was feeling. I was almost paralyzed.
Varnika Kundu is a hero. She survived this attack. Now resolute, she will not back down.
I'm not crying out of fear or weakness. I just want everyone to know that. I don't want them to think for even a second that they could scare me.
And this, the villain she exposed. Vikas Barala, son of Haryana's BJP chief, released on bail within hours of his arrest. This VIP stalker is out, roaming free. She has exposed Haryana's Beti Bachao sham. We bring you the story of Varnika Kundu on 6 p.m.
Good evening. We join you from Chandigarh, which has come to be the epicenter of the fight against, for a fight for women empowerment, where I have with me today, I have Varnika, and this young woman and her father have come to be the icons where this fight for empowerment, fight against one particular individual is concerned. And what they both want is that the case that Varnika had lodged on Friday night reach a logical conclusion. We'll be talking to them. On the 4th of August, Varnika Kundu lodged a complaint. She had no idea who that person was. She and her father both went to the police station to lodge a complaint against two men who were stalking Varnika. She woke up to headlines because the person she was up against was extremely influential. She doesn't quite care about that. All she wants is justice to be delivered. It's a day which has panned out at a level where the police has come up with a face saver, saying that this is a media trial and they're doing all that they can. And on top of it, what they do say is that every day they will update the media on what is the latest in this particular case. On the other hand, there's chorus growing for Subhash Barala's resignation. The BJP says there's absolutely no need. But in the midst of all of this, Varnika Kundu wants only one thing. She just wants her case to reach a logical conclusion. Take a look at how the day panned out.
She was chased, stalked, harassed, threatened, and then shamed. But Varnika Kundu is a fighter. She has taken a vow to fight till her stalker, this VVIP brat of a ruling party neta, Vikas Barala, is behind bars. After midnight on Monday, India Today drove with Varnika Kundu along the path of a horrific experience for a terrifying account of how she was chased and stalked by Haryana BJP chief Subhash Barala's son.
I mean, it's clear. It's not like they wanted to have a conversation.
So this was an attempt to kidnap, and you told that to the cops?
Yeah, I mean, my statement said that to me it is extremely clear that this was an attempt to abduct me. I'm not crying out of fear or weakness. I just want everyone to know that. I'm fighting it for myself, because if a guy can walk out of his house at 2 a.m. and walk on the roads and feel safe, why can I not? Why should I have to worry that something will happen to me? Why not him?
With pressure growing to arrest the accused Vikas Barala, who was released on bail, his family resorted to victim shaming. Barala's relative Kuldeep allegedly posted photographs of Varnika consuming alcohol and attempted to cast aspersions on her. However, India Today cannot verify these images. But Varnika refuses to relent. Kundu also mentioned that it was a clear attempt to kidnap, but police rubbished any such claim.
कॉपी आ गई है 164 की 164 की स्टेटमेंट में लड़की में कहीं भी किडनैपिंग का जिक्र नहीं हुआ है, उसमें सिर्फ 341 का जिक्र है, वो हमने ऐड कर दिया है.
I mean, it's clear. It's not like they wanted to have a conversation.
You're clear that either they wanted to take you in their car or they wanted to come into yours.
Definitely.
So this was an attempt to kidnap, and you told that to the cops?
Yeah, I mean, my statement said that to me it is extremely clear that this was an attempt to abduct me.
2 days after India Today relentlessly pursued justice for Varnika Kundu, sources have now told India Today that CCTV footage of 9 places between sectors 7 and 26 in Chandigarh has gone missing. Politics has also peaked over this high-profile stalking case. The opposition parties want the Haryana BJP chief Subhash Barala sacked and his son arrested. Congress spokesperson Randeep Surjewala lashed out at the BJP government for shielding the VVIP brat.
Police then proceeded to lodge a case which is under bailable offences on the direction and the diktats of the Union BJP government, which is trying to cover up and hush up the entire matter.
Why should CCTVs all along that stretch suddenly become non-functional? Why should the police not make a stronger case and oppose the bail in the court? None of these things were done, which are leading people to believe that there will be a miscarriage of justice.
Voices from the BJP also echoed in similar tune.
Congress should not make it a political one, because then I will start mentioning all the rapes that have taken place in Congress time and how they hushed it up. Look at what Sunanda case, it's outrageous what has happened. And then Jessica Lal, that was also done by a son of a congressman. So therefore, I think the Congress would be wise not to make this an issue, because even in Amethi there was one such incident which has been hushed up.
Under fire, the police have sought legal opinion on sections 365 and 511, which include charges of kidnapping or abduction and attempt to commit offence punishable with imprisonment. But how long will it take to serve justice to Varnika, and when will the accused be brought to books? With Preeti Chaudhary and Manjeet Singh in Chandigarh, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, for once, let's just keep the politics completely out of it. Let's just focus on what the main issue is. It's about a 29-year-old young woman who wants justice delivered. I have Varnika with me. Just a short while back, Varnika, the Chandigarh police held a press conference where they called this nothing short of a media trial. And they said that they're going to seek legal opinions on 2 counts which made this case bailable, section 375 and 511. So, are you okay? Are you okay to wait and watch? Do you have faith in the cops?
I still do, because, you know, like I have repeatedly been saying, until I see real failure on the part of the system, I am going to keep my faith in there. And, you know, I do my job and they do theirs.
You know, last night when we were interviewing Varnika, you know, it was late at night, and we went through that exact stretch where Varnika had driven, being chased by those 2 men. And you know, Varnika, you pass about 8 junctions, 8 red lights there. How is it that they can't find any CCTV footage at all?
That's what, we have the same question. Yeah, because, I mean, this is the first instance that we have been a little disappointed, but again, it's not conclusive yet, and we still have a little bit of hope, so who knows?
All right, so yeah. you have faith in the system.
For now, I still do, yeah.
All right, and V.S. Kundu, the father of Varnika, and it's important to point him out, because as Varnika has been pasting on Facebook her account, her father has been doing so, silently supporting her from the background. But one thing that he's made very clear, and that's quite commendable, because he says, let the police do what they have to do. We will stand back, we will watch, we hope justice is delivered. We don't want to influence them, because we hope that they are not being influenced.
Exactly, yes. See, what I believe is that the system that the country has grown, has evolved after 70 years of independence and democratic functioning, has to have the kind of resilience and the kind of ability, the kind of maturity that will ensure that a citizen of India will get justice. They will get protected, they will be safe, and they will get justice whenever they are wronged. That is my stand. And I am an agreed party in this. My daughter is an agreed party in this, and I do not want to influence the way the police investigation is going to go on. They know best how to do their job.
You have faith, even after this press conference, Mr. Kundu, you have faith that they will do what needs to be done?
Yes, that faith is abiding because I am a part of the same system and I have been a part of the same system for 30 years. And I have never been forced to act. There have been pressures, but I have never had to act against what my inner sense told me to do. I don't presume that the agencies involved, the officers of the prosecution and investigation agencies, will do anything other than what they are supposed to do legally.
Do you think this is a media trial?
Not at all. The media has actually been extremely helpful. I am so grateful to the media for taking it up and actually raising awareness about it. I feel that even if the case were to go completely fut, if nothing were to happen to the criminal case at all, if I fail completely in that struggle, still this whole thing has created a lot of value for our society.
Right.
A huge number of people have actually acquired that awareness that systems exist, and if they don't work, then we, the people of India, must make them work.
And this is an attempt to do that. There's a lot else which has been going on in the sidelines. Not so much in sidelines, it's actually exploding on social media. And one of those few things is complete character assassination of Varnika Kundu. We've seen it happen before. It's always a natural corollary to cases such as this. If there's a high-profile person involved, something like that always happens. We are going to ask Varnika and her father on what they think of that. But as we pointed out, the police held a press conference today under pressure. This news has been making headlines, forced to come out and say something to the media, but still not answering questions that need answer. So India Today asks the Chandigarh police still, which is under the UT cadre, reports to the Home Ministry. The questions that we ask: 1. Why is it that certain sections were liquidated overnight? Varnika, on the night of 4th August, sat in a police station, said that 2 clear attempts were made to what she thought was to abduct her. How is it then section 375, attempt to kidnap, attempt to abduct, was taken out? How is that section 511, attempt to do a criminal offense? How is it that both sections were taken out when both sections were non-bailable? In that case, Vikas Barala would not have been given bail in the morning. He would have had to go to a court and get bail. The police did make it easier. So the questions that we asked, were they under pressure? All right, let me also now come back to the question that we raised earlier. And Varnika, before I come to you, I'd go across to your father, and the need to do that is because I believe he told you that maybe an attempt to character assassinate will happen in this particular case. Did you sense it happening? Because usually we've seen it in other cases as well.
Yes. Almost every single time a girl stands up for her rights and claims justice for whenever she has been wronged, it happens invariably. The attempt is to discredit the girl so that people will start saying that, oh, the girl was like that and therefore she has no rights available any longer. So it would happen, that kind of a thing would happen. It's a lame attempt, it's never effective otherwise, but sometimes it can just push the girls back into the shell. Right. And it takes a lot of courage for a girl to actually stand up and claim justice. And then if she has to go back into her shell, it's a big shame for the system that we have.
Does it bother you and is it bothering you? Because I'm sure you've seen all these pictures get circulated of her, people saying, oh, she was drunk, oh, what was she doing at 12 o'clock? Does it bother you as a father at all?
Not at all. You see, I have always, both my daughters, I have always allowed them, I have not allowed them actually, I feel that it is their life. So long as they are doing lawful things, I will never ever condone any unlawful activity on the part of my daughters. As long as they are doing lawful things, it's their life. They have to decide what they want to do with their life. And I'm there all the way through with whatever it is that they want to do.
That's highly commendable, because I have a father like this, so it's highly commendable with what you're saying, because to have the back of your daughter is the most important thing for a father, isn't it, Varnika? And I think one of the reasons why you're sitting here and saying what you are is because of him.
Of course, it definitely is. I mean, if my parents hadn't brought me up the way they did, I would have been a different person. I might not have been able to save myself. I might not have been able to do all of this, I might not have been able to even fight it. I might have still lodged the complaint, but I might not have been able to fight it the way I am fighting it now.
So when you, Varnika, so say when you're going on Facebook right now, when you're even, typing your name, you're trending right now, right? Across all platforms. Your pictures have gone viral. There's this concerted campaign on social media to malign you as well. You see those pictures which are being circulated. What is it? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's really funny because they put up pictures of me with alcohol, but
your legal age? You're of legal age?
Those guys were drunk and driving and recklessly endangering my life, but nobody questions their alcohol. So basically, and this is what they do. This girl used to go out late at night, this girl drank alcohol, this girl hung out with guys. These are all things that if a guy did, they wouldn't even look at the guy twice. Right. So basically they want to assassinate my character for doing the same things that a guy would do. But I don't have a right to do it. Why? Because I'm a girl.
Right, good point. What we're going to do is we're going to come right back to this debate and we continue asking questions that need answers. So when this incident took place, a lot of political capital was being made. Questions were being asked of the Chief Minister of Haryana, Mr. M.L. Khattar. There are certain questions that India Today wants to ask. Mr. Khattar said that this is an individual case and it doesn't reflect on the morality of Subhash Barala. The question we asked is, if this was an individual case, why on the night of 4th August, once Varnika and her father left the police station, over 100 BJP workers along with state-level BJP leaders thronged the police station? Do they do that? Does the BJP does that for every individual case? The other question we want to ask the Chief Minister, why is it that he has not said a word publicly on Subhash Barala's family character assassinating Varnika? These are questions that need to be asked. I want to cut across to Varnika's father, who has one basic question that he wants to ask today where the BJP is concerned. So much political capital being made. Rahul Gandhi jumping in, the Congress saying this, the BJP saying that. Is anybody asking them anything at all? Sir, has anyone, from the BJP, there's so much that is being said. Has anyone picked up the phone, called you and said that we are sorry with what happened with your daughter?
To be very honest, no. Not one single person.
So no one from the BJP has even called to express solidarity, to express concern?
Not even to express regret.
Not even to express regret. Does that disappoint you? Because you have so much faith in the system.
I can't really say because I haven't really had time to think about it. But this is true that almost all political parties have sent their representatives either to meet or to speak to me, and they have expressed sympathy at the incident. They have expressed happiness that she survived, and they offered their support.
Which you have not taken?
Of course I have not taken. I have requested them not to take it to the political levels at all. This is not about politics. This is about the right of a girl to live in the country.
Right. All right. So what I'm going to do is, it's a question that you also raised, and we're going to come right back to it because politically this story has become a hotbed of sorts. Every political party worth its standing has jumped into comment. Let's listen in to Shrimani Akali Dal leader Sukhbir Singh Badal, who was now questioning on what happened to the CCTV cameras, and on the other hand, that why the Chandigarh police is not taking appropriate action. Listen in.
I think जो छेड़खानी हुई है चंडीगढ़ में हुई है and the Chandigarh police should take action immediately.
सर जिस तरह के कमेंट्स आ रहे हैं उस लड़की के खिलाफ, खासकर रूलिंग पार्टी के नेता कह रहे हैं उसे वहाँ होना नहीं चाहिए था, इस तरह के कमेंट कैसे?
I think it is very unfortunate. A strong action has to be taken.
पर लड़की ने अटेम्प्ट टू किडनैप चार्ज भी लगाया है, पर पुलिस
that Chandigarh administration, it is with the UT administration. I think Chandigarh administration should take a strong action.
Bala sahab, CCTV footage.
It can be whoever person is, but it's done. What they have done is very bad.
Sir, ये allegations भी लगा है कि CCTV footages are being meddled with, sir, and
that is very wrong. It should not be done. The police has to take action.
Sir, charges have been diluted against the accused. You think because he is a very influential?
No charge should be diluted. Nothing should be done. It's a very serious case, and whoever is responsible and the police has to take action.
All right, as we wrap up the show, coming in from Chandigarh, I want to take two quick reactions. One from you, sir, and something that, that you've been raising a question, and which has also been, of course, echoed by a lot of political parties. Mr. Badal right there as well. What happened to the CCTV footage?
See, the CCTV footage is an extremely critical part of the evidence, and therefore, immediately after lodging our complaint, I had actually got in touch with the Home Department in UT, and I had requested them to take care that the footage is secure. And I also expressed a concern that there might be attempts made to destroy that footage. So I was extremely disappointed this morning when I came to know from the media that the police is saying that all those cameras on all those 8 junctions
were not working.
4 of which are actually the biggest junctions in Chandigarh. And there must be almost a dozen cameras planted on each of those junctions, and none of those cameras are working. I can't understand. The same administration which can proactively save the life of my daughter.
Right.
That system works. Why doesn't this system work?
All right, one by quickly. All right, before we go into a quick break, a quick comment, Varnika. A lot of girls are looking at you. You become this accidental poster girl for women power of sorts, and it's been accidental for you. A quick comment. What would you tell the girls out there?
I would tell them to just not be afraid. Stop being afraid and take responsibility for your own safety. If we cannot depend on anyone else, sure, someone else might come to help, but at the end of the day, it's you. The day we make ourselves strong enough to defend ourselves, they will be afraid of us.
All right. So what we're going to do is, we're going to say goodbye right here from Chandigarh, but the story continues to unfold right here on India Today. On the other side,
we're in Chandigarh. It's 12:30 at night, and the reason we're doing this is because this is how it all happened. This is how it all happened, where Varnika Kundu had just finished work. She freelances as a DJ. She had just finished work and she was driving back. And Varnika, this is the exact spot at about 12:30 at night. You notice somebody following you?
Yeah, just a little ahead of here is when I noticed a car coming from behind me quite fast. So I didn't think anyone was following me. I just thought it's a fast car. So I moved a little bit to the left and slowed down to let them.
So Varnika, this was just about the spot where you saw them following you, right?
Yeah, I mean, right about here, I saw lights in my rear view mirror, saw a car coming really fast.
In the rear view mirror, that's where you saw the lights.
Saw a car coming fast, so I just moved to the side to, let them cross.
Right.
Except, right when I reached the lights,
different lights.
Yeah,
right.
They pulled up next to me.
So here they pulled up right next to you?
Yeah. I assumed they would cross, but instead they pulled up next to me. And then I turned right, and their car turned right with me.
Right on the right.
Yeah.
Right.
And right here is where they first swerved into my car, and either trying to hit it or probably scare me or intimidate me into stopping.
Okay. So they came really close to your car here?
Yeah, like inches maybe. They came close enough that I had to swerve left to save myself.
Why was it that you felt so terrorized?
Because, even if they had just driven up next to my car normally and asked me to stop, I might even have opened my window a little bit to give them the chance to say maybe something's wrong with my car or whatever. I might have given them a chance, but their first action, like 3 seconds after I saw them, their first action was to swerve into my car.
Right.
And that was the first time that, my heart actually skipped a beat, because I was like, why is this happening? What's happening? But even then I was like, maybe it was a mistake. I kept going. These lights that we just crossed, I thought I would turn right, move to a more crowded road, but they didn't let me. Their car was always to my right.
Oh, so they didn't let you make that turn?
No, their car was always to my right, just a little bit ahead. And I couldn't turn right, because if I had tried, I probably would have banged into their car. So instead, I came straight on this road.
So you went on, Varnika, from here on, and they kept tailing you, What was going through your mind? They kept not tailing you. Yeah, they were
exactly like this car is right now.
Like exactly like that car.
You know,
No,
yeah. Further ahead, so I can't get ahead of them. And here, there's a turn right here. Right. I tried to turn right here again, so I could move to a different road. And this turn is where I had almost turned. I'd half turned into it, and they came and blocked my car. They blocked the road. I couldn't go ahead
because it's 1 o'clock at night right now, and at that time it must be 12:30. So it was like this. It was as desolate as desolate as this.
This road was, yeah. Right. There was nobody here, and this is where they blocked me.
So they blocked you here. Oh Lord, that is a little scary.
Yeah,
yes.
I tried to turn here, and this is where they stopped the car. I tried to turn right here. Okay. And they just parked in front of me and blocked the road. Okay. And that is when the guy in the passenger seat got out and started almost sauntering towards my car.
And you reversed then?
And that is when I reversed and went straight. And that was when...
Because there's not because, yeah, it's 1 a.m. at night right now. But say 2 days ago it must be, say, 12:30, that's what it was. And it was as... Because this is scary. It is scary. What do you do?
Yeah, so that was, when I reversed and got sped away from here, my first instinct was that I need to call the cops. Because earlier when the first time they blocked me, I'd already decided that I need to, before anything else, note down the car's numbers. Right. Because even if they do something or they try to do something and they get away, I need to be able to tell the cops who it, what car it was. So I noted down the number, and here I reversed and I sped away, and I knew that the guy was out of the car. So it would take them
a while
to come back, and that was my opportunity. That was when I called the cops.
And you are in no two minds when you say that this was an attempt to abduct?
I don't think so. I don't think... I mean, it's clear. It's not like they wanted to have a conversation.
So you're clear that either they wanted to take you in their car or they wanted to come into yours?
Definitely.
So this was an attempt to kidnap, and you told that to the cops?
Yeah, I mean, my statement said that to me it is extremely clear that this was an attempt to abduct me.
So the Haryana Chief Minister, Varnika, has said that this is an individual case and it needs to be dealt as an individual and not somebody who's the son of somebody so politically influential, right? Is there anything that you'd want to say to him?
I think I've said pretty much everything that needed to be said, and if after all of that, if I still need to say more for action to be taken, then what's the point? I think right where we're standing is where they parked their car diagonally in front of mine to block me in. And this time the guy got out, the guy in the passenger seat got out and quite aggressively came towards my car. Then again I reversed and went towards the right, and the light was red. And there were at least 5 or 6 cars parked here waiting for it to turn green. There were, two-wheelers. I could see the PCR coming from the opposite side. I could see the lights. And this guy jumped out, and I reversed, went to the right to get away from him, before he reaches my car. But he reached the window, he banged on it.
And that's when the cops caught him doing this?
Well, they were just reaching there when he was doing this. Like, he banged on the window, tried to open the door, but it was locked, and I moved a little bit ahead, and that is when the cops reached, and the cops started running towards these guys. So, right before I left, I was looking to see if the cops have, because honestly, my only concern was to get to a safe place.
Right.
So, I saw the cops, and
you left.
I saw that these guys were... sort of blocked in with all the traffic that wasn't moving, and the cops were going towards them, so I knew that the cops had them. That was when I left.
And they called you later to come and lodge a complaint, and you went with your father to the police station?
No, I mean, I left from here, it's my house about 5 minutes away. So the moment I reached my house, the cops called me back, and they were like, we're standing right here with these guys, come back and lodge a complaint. So that is when my dad came with me. And then we were like, we need to go to the police station, and that was when we went.
आपको जब आप पुलिस स्टेशन पहुंचे अपने फादर के साथ, आपको थोड़ा भी आइडिया था कि ये कौन है?
बिल्कुल भी नहीं, क्योंकि ये लड़के तो मेरे से माफी मांग रहे थे. सारा टाइम इन्होंने बहुत कोशिश की कि माफ कर दो, गलती हो गई, वो तो
मतलब भी पकड़ रहे होंगे,
कोशिश कर रहे थे। मैंने कहा उन्हें मेरे से दूर रहो, मेरे पास ही मत आओ, क्योंकि मतलब माफी से मैं क्या करूंगी? मेरे को जो लगा था वो लाइक यू नो, उस माफी का मैं क्या करूंगी?
आप रोइए मत, आपको पता है कि पूरा आपने खुद बोला ना कि सब आपके साथ।
Sorry, I just like I haven't had time to process it also.
I understand. Don't try, Varnika. You know,
I'm not crying out of fear or weakness. I just like want everyone to know that.
No, okay, fine. There's something, okay, yes, I'm gonna say that. So you're not crying out of fear and weakness.
No, it's just shock. It's just like, you know, because I'm so overwhelmed because of the last 2 days. It's just that I don't want them to think for even a second that they could scare me, because that is the whole point of this, that they need to know that they can't just scare women into submission.
So you do know that with this fight that you've chosen to fight, right, that you have somewhere down the line become a poster child somewhat for when it comes down to the fight, say, against influence, to the fight for women, against with what we have seen go down. You understand that?
It's really ironic that you need influence to sort of fight influence, because yeah, it's very possible that if I hadn't been an IS officer's daughter, things might have gone differently. But I am now. I have the resources, and now I have, I think, the power of the people behind me, because I have never in my life felt, you know, support like this.
Right.
So now, of course, I mean, the only thing to do from here is to see this through.